Hi everyone, my name is Leela Manakrishna. Today I am going to present a seminar from the subject Digital Logic and Design, and I have taken the topic Sequence Detector or Pattern Detector. Basically, Sequence Detector is a subtopic from sequential circuits, and synchronous sequential circuits are of two types. One is Mealy and the other one is Moore. Now I am going to explain sequence detector using Mealy model. So now So the topic is sequence detector or pattern detector. Sequence detector. It detects a required sequence in input data stream of bits. So sequence detector detects the required sequence. Basically, it gives a sequence and we have to detect the sequence. Uh, Basically, input data stream of bits are given and it will detect the required sequence from the given input data stream of bits. If output becomes 1, if the required sequence is completely detected. For suppose if I take a sequence 0 1 0, if the bit 0 is detected, first bit is detected, but the output will be 0. And if the second bit is also detected in the same order, 0 and 1, two bits are detected, but the output will be 0. And if the third bit 1, that is 0 1 0 0, if the third bit is also detected, then the output will be 1. It represents that the complete sequence should be detected, then only the output will be 1, and in all the remaining cases the output will be 0. So the question is state diagram to detect sequence 0 1 0. Here the given sequence is 0 1 0 using Mealy model, and we have to consider overlapping. So first I'll show the diagram of Mealy model. So Mealy model. Initially, I'm considering two states. This is only example for a Mealy model. So here S0 and S1, these are the two bits. And in Mealy model, the output is represented after using hash slash. So if we consider S0 and if I given the input 0, the output is 1 and the state will be S0 only. So the arrow mark will be represented on the S0 itself. And so here output is represented after the slash, and from S0, if I given the input as 1, it will move to the next state, that is S1, and the output will be 0. So it is represented through the arrow marks. Arrow marks represents the change of state, and the circles and inside the 1 represents the state. And from S1, if I given the input as 0, it will point out to the same state S1 and the output will be 1. And from S1, if I given the input 1, the output will be 1 and it will point to the previous state S0. So now I'll explain you briefly. So the given question is, we have to draw a state diagram to detect the sequence 0 1 0. So here the given sequence is 0 1 0. So the initial step is finding out the number of states. In Mealy model, number of states is equal to the number of bits given. So here number of bits are 3. So the number of states is equal to 3. Now I'm taking three states and I'm drawing those. S0, this is second one, and this is the third one. So the first one is S0, the second one is S1, and the third one is S2. So here the given sequence contains 3 bits. So I'm taking these 3 states. They are S0, S1, and S2. So I am considering S0 as initial state. S0 is the initial state. Okay. So the given sequence is 0, 1, 0. So at present I am at initial state, and if the first detected bit is 0, it will move to the state S1. So given bit is 0, but the output is 1 because we did not detect the complete sequence. So the output will be just 1. Okay. So if the first bit is 0, it will move to the state S1. And next, if the second bit received is 1, so at the state S1, we have already detected the first bit, that is 0, and again the second bit given is 1. But the output will be 0 itself because only 2 bits are detected and the third bit is not detected yet. And if we consider the state S2, after reaching the state S2, we have initial bits 0, 1. Okay. Now the third bit, if I given the third bit as the sequence given bits contains third bit as 0, I'm at S2, the third bit is 0. So then it will become 0, 1, 0. Okay. Now we got the sequence itself, so output will be 1. Now we should, as I have considered overlapping means basically the sequence starts with 0. Okay. So here we have another 0. So we are taking overlapping means this 0 is the first bit of another sequence. So we are considering overlapping. So we can consider 0 as first bit of another new sequence. So already 1 bit has been detected. So from the given one, if first bit is detected, it will move to the state S1. So I am at S2, and the first bit, that is 0, is detected. It will point out to the state S1. So here I have given the bit 0, and the output will be 1 because the complete sequence has been detected. So this is all the possible cases. Firstly, at S0, if 0 is the first bit is 0, it will move to the state S1. Next, followed by the S1, if the next bit is 1, it will move to the state S2. And at S2, if the third bit received is 0, as 0 is the starting bit of the sequence, we can consider as the first bit of the next sequence. So if 1 bit is detected, it will move to the state S1. So from S2, it will point out to the state S1, and the output will be 1 because all the 3 bits have been detected. Now there are other cases like at initial state S0. Previously we have taken the bit 0. Now if I taken the bit 1, the sequence starts with 0, but if I given 1, it will point out to the initial state itself. Okay. Initial bit is 1, output will be 0. Okay. So these are the two conditions for S0. And if we consider S1, while reaching S1, we have already got 0 as first bit. Now if I give 1, it will move to the S2. And if I given again 0, as this is overlapping, 0 will be considered as initial bit. So if 1 bit is received, it will be in the state S1 itself. So it will point out to the S1 itself. Given bit is 0 and output will be 0 itself. Okay. These are two conditions from the state S2, S1. And if you consider S2, while reaching S2, we have already got 2 bits 0 and 1. And if I gave the third bit as 0, it will move to S1. If I give it as 1, so as sequence starts with 0, 1 is not matched. So it will point out to the initial state, that is S0, initial state. So at S2, if I receive the third bit as 1, it will point out to the initial state. Given input is 1 and output is 0. So this is the basic thing for the given sequence 0, 1, 0 using I've considered Mealy model. This is the state diagram. Now we have to construct a state table regarding the state diagram. Now I'm clearing all this. State table for Mealy model. Now I'm recollecting the previous sequence number of bits. I'm at S0, initial state. The given sequence is 0, 1, 0. And if it is 0 and if it is 1, I'm just pointing the next states. I'm at S0, initial state is 0. It will move to S1. I'm at S0 and the next initial state is 1. It will be in the S0 itself. And the next state, if I consider as S1 and this as S2. So I'm at S1. So I have received already 0. 0 is already detected. And the next given bit is also 0. Then it will stay in the same state S1. And already received 0 and the next state is 1. So it will move to the next state, that is S2. So next, if I consider S2, we have already received the bits 0 and 1. And if the third bit is 0, we are considering overlapping, and it will move to the state S1. And if the third bit is 1, 0, 1, 1, so single bit is not matched, so it will move to the initial state. Now, only in this case, we get the output as 1. In all the remaining cases, we get output as 0. So now I will draw a table to make you understand clear. As this is a Mealy model, we are representing output is represented using comma, that is state name, comma, the next output. Output will be 1 only when all the bits are detected. So in Mealy model, we have only 2 columns. So the first column is present state. And the next column is next state. Sorry. Next state, comma, output. So here there are two cases. One is 0. Sorry. If the input is 0 and the input is 1. So the states are S0, S1 and S2. Okay. So I'm at S0 and the given input is 0. So as we have recollected everything, so the next state will be S1 and the output will be 0. Output will be 1 only when all the bits are detected. And if it is 1, as the sequence starts with 0, it will be in the initial state and output will be 0 itself. And from S1, if I use input as 0, it will move to next. Actually, it will take overlapping and it will be in the same state S1 and the output will be 0. And from S1, if I gave the second bit as 1, it will move to the next state S2 and 2 bits are detected and output will be 0 only. By reaching S2, so after reaching S2, we got the 2 bits 0 and 1. And if I gave the third bit as 0, it will consider overlapping and it will move to the state S1. Here we should note that 3 bits are detected, so the output will become 1. And if I gave the third bit as 1, 0, 1, 1, it will move to the initial state S0. And the output will be 0. So this is the state table for Mealy model. So in this way, we can find the sequence detector using Mealy model. Thank you. I hope this helps you to find the sequence. Okay. Thank you.